Good afternoon. I want to thank everybody for coming to the fundraiser today. My name is Briana Nichols, and I am the president of the Board of Grupo Cajola in North America. I'm sorry that I can't be with you there in person. I unfortunately had to be out of town for this fundraiser, but I wanted to be able to explain a little bit about the project that we are fundraising for right now and a little bit more about where Grupo Cajola is today. So you've all watched the video on return migration, and since that point, the community in Cajola has done an immense amount of work. They've continued to focus on education. They've continued to focus on other forms of community development, but really one of the central focuses of the group has been this idea of preventing migration through this dual use of education and job creation. And that's really where the school comes in. So many of the young people in the community have been using their education to train as teachers. And they've been working in an after-school homework help program that is providing augmented educational services to community young people because the education that they're receiving in their public schools is really substandard. They've also been working in the preschool, and we currently have a number of teachers who were educated with grants from Grupo Cajola who are now teachers of the preschool. And these two projects have had a huge amount of success. They have a lot of support from parents. Teachers in the public schools are raving about what this means for students who participate and their ability to excel academically. But there are still limitations. And one of the limitations that members of the community had identified is that the public school continues to be a school that is based on knowledges and practices that are not of and for the community. Students are expected to learn in Spanish. There is very little language support for mom. The things that they are taught are often not things that value their community knowledge and instead are aspects of enduring colonialism within Guatemalan society. And as a result, many members of the community, including the founders of Grupo Cajola, have had this vision, had this dream of beginning a community school, a school that could build on the work of the current preschool so that young youth in Cajola can be educated in a respectful, culturally appropriate, and linguistically appropriate way from kindergarten all the way through 8th or 9th grade. And that is the project that we're asking for funding for today. So this is a school that would be intercultural and interlinguistic. This is a school that would be using practices found within the community that would be grounded in Mayan cosmovision. This is most importantly a school that is imagined by and created by the community. Our purpose as the board here and what we're asking for from you as people who are attending this fundraiser is to support the work that the community is already doing. We don't direct the work, and it's not our imagination that's driving this work. It is the imagination of people who are looking to create a future in the community of Cajola, a future for young people, so that 10, 15, 20 years from now, there isn't so much of a need to migrate. So the idea behind this community school is that it'll be a place where future generations can be educated, where their mom language skills will be valued, where their historical kind of ancestral knowledges will be valued, and where the education will be really high quality, and that the educators themselves will be coming from the community. So it simultaneously provides jobs to community young people who have managed to achieve their degrees, and it provides a sense of holistic and culturally appropriate education to the children of the community. Where we're at now is the land has been purchased, and it is currently in the name of Grupo Cajola in Guatemala, and the land has been cleared and leveled. We have architectural renderings. We have 2 architects who are working on the project. One architect who is from Guatemala and who is giving their time pro bono, and another architect who is from Chicago, Illinois in the United States, and who is also giving their time pro bono. And they're working on this project collaboratively. We have a community engineer who was educated through an educational grant that Grupo Cajola provided, and that is the engineer that's also been helping on this project. As we get the funding for the school, this project will also generate a number of jobs for community residents in the construction, in engineering, in all of the services that will be necessary to bring this school from an idea into an actuality. So this is a project that addresses multiple community needs. And it's a project, again, that has been envisioned, generated by, and it will be directed by, in the future, people from Cajola who are committed to creating a sustainable future in Cajola. To that end, the community has held multiple workshops with local teachers and other professionals in the community to talk about what should this school look like? What do we value? What do we value in terms of the space? What do we value in terms of the content knowledge? How are we going to develop a curriculum? And all of those aspects of community knowledge are going into the design of the building and into the curricular design of the school. So this is a really exciting project. As I said, I'm so sorry that I don't personally get to be there with you tonight, but I hope that this video gives a little bit more information about what's going on in the ground in Cajola right now and why it's so important. Karen, Diana, Karen Aguilar, or any of the board members who are present can answer questions if you have them. And I hope that you guys have a wonderful event. And thank you so much for your time and attention.